Everybody gather round, we're diving into life's absurdities, breaking them down. Mitch and DJ on the mic, spitting truth for free. Spuds McGamble and the woodpecker set us free. We got that pop punk sound with a twist of joy. The ineffable podcast that we can't destroy. With every episode we dissect the bizarre, laugh until we cry, leaving scars. Get ready to groove, join the absurdity crew. Mitch and DJ had something funny new. Spuds McGamble joins us, always ready to ramble, and the woodpecker spirit keeps us rocking and agile.
What's going on, Sublime Squad, and thanks for joining us for another rousing edition of Ineffably Sublime. I believe this is episode 25. I'm Bubs, and with me is my favorite Southpaw, Spuds McGamble. What's going on, Spuds?
Not much. What happens if this isn't a rousing episode?
It is always a rousing edition.
I don't know. It kind of worries me sometimes when you say rousing, because it's like, what if we're not on our A game? I feel like last week's, due to everyone's, or my Wi-Fi keep getting knocked out, that I don't feel I was rousing. It was semi-rousing.
Semi-rousing?
It was a
semi-rousing.
Maybe not though.
You don't think?
I know I wasn't aroused.
No, you were fucked off.
Yeah, that was pissing me off, and it has not gone out since. It was just that particular, hour and a half, 2 hour span. It decided to go out twice on me, and it has not done it since. No clue what the hell is going on. It was the gods didn't want me to say what I wanted to say, apparently. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But we weren't really even, because you were telling the penguin story. When we got cut out the first time. I don't remember what we were going on about the second time, but it's not like I was saying anything worthy of, the podcast gods to knock me out of commission.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows indeed.
All right, well, right off the top, we might as well just go ahead and say, we now have our email address up and running. It is ineffablysublimepod@gmail.com, and a phone number. It's 814-299-5155. That's 814-299-5155. You can call us, leave a voicemail. We'll play it on the show. You can send us an email, play it on the show. It's the way it is. I still don't know if there's a time limit. I don't think there is, but whatever. Also, get your Dead Thread stuff. Stanley Cup playoffs are in less than 7 days, so grab something from Dead Threads. Use Sublime at checkout.
Yeah,
like you guys heard at the top of the show.
And probably by the time this is aired, the playoffs will have started. I think. If this is the last, and the day that we're doing this, it's the last 2 days of the season. So, yeah, by the day this pops up, probably the playoffs will have already started. So get them shirts wearing for your favorite team that is or is not in the playoffs.
That's right.
Yeah. You got the Penguins that they might be in, they might not. The chances, we were just saying this right before we got on, chances are pretty slim right now. They're not nil, but they're not great either. Just got to have a couple things roll their way, and I never say never, but it's very nerve-wracking to be a Penguins fan right now.
We both didn't think we would even get here, so.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you go to a couple, we were just talking about this at work a couple weeks ago. You were talking about, they could get in. I was like, nope. I just kept saying, nope, they're not getting in. There's no way, no how. What did you say that? What was that called? Puck shots?
Money puck.
Money puck. And at that point, there was a 3% chance?
Yeah.
At one point.
Today, there's a 14.6% chance.
Oh.
That's just for divisional. let's see. Wild card is...
Oh, okay. That's divisional. Well, divisional should be 0% by now because there's no way that.
Yeah, well, I guess they have it at 14.6, and it's the same exact percentage for wild card. So I think
okay.
that's what that is. Divisional would be 0.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, it says, second round is 2.1%. Third round, 0.4%.
Damn. Well, there's still a chance. 0.4.
Yeah.
I mean,
42% chance for the Caps. 36% chance for Detroit. Philly somehow is still in the running for wild card.
oh, but they would have to be lower than the Penguins, though, weren't they?
They are.
Aren't
They're 5.9.
Okay. Because, I mean, it would probably have to be, they would have to win tonight, and Detroit would have to lose, Pittsburgh would have to lose, like everybody will have to lose. They would have to win, and then that's probably how they would get in. Probably something like that, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's nearly a 50-50 shot for the Montreal and Detroit game.
Oh, okay.
And it's apparently, allegedly, according to Money Puck,
Mm-hmm.
there's a 60% chance the Philly beats the Capitals.
Ooh. I wonder why that's so high.
I don't know.
Maybe Philly's-
59.8% versus 40.2%.
Yeah. Now, Brett would be able to answer this because he's the Capitals fan.
Right.
But you got to wonder, maybe it's one of those, because there's always those, like, you have two good teams, or you have a good team and a bad team, and, like, for some reason, even the bad team owns the good team. Maybe that might be, not saying that Philly's bad, because Philly's right in it too. But maybe it's just, because every team's got that, got that rival sort of, that they just can't get the upper hand on.
Right.
No matter what their record is. Like, I'll resort to college football for Penn State. For years, and even still to this day, I think most Penn State fans would agree with me that Michigan State is one of those teams that always gives Penn State trouble a majority of the times. Whether they're good, whether they're bad, you just never know. And it shouldn't be that way. Penn State should own Michigan State every year based on talent, based on everything. But for some reason, especially when Penn State goes to Michigan State, they have a hard time most of the time. And that's what I'm wondering if this is the case with hockey. Because I would think, because like I said, the Penguins, they would always, now I don't know if this is still the case now, but I feel like it was always Columbus. The Columbus Blue Jackets always gave Pittsburgh fits, even if Columbus wasn't good.
Yeah, they always. Yeah, I mean, they had back-to-back games recently, and it was like a loss and then a win.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm even thinking, like, in Pittsburgh's heyday, like, even in between their first Crosby, Malkin, Stanley Cup, and then their second two, in that span, that dry area where they would get to the playoffs, but they just couldn't get over the hump. That was one of those years was like Columbus was a thorn. And, always like Washington's always going to be a pain in the Penguins' ass, and the Flyers. And I feel like the Islanders, too, is another one of those.
Yeah, they might be.
Yeah.
Well, whether that game is nonsense or not, I'll watch it regardless.
Oh, yeah, because it's the last game of the year. You never know what's going to happen, what the future holds for this team. Like, are they going to keep the big three together? Are they gonna let one of them go? Are they gonna trade one? Is one gonna ask to be traded? Is one gonna retire? You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you definitely got to watch the last game of the year.
Gonna be crazy.
Regardless. Yeah. Yep. That's what I was even telling a buddy last night, because he hasn't watched a single second of hockey, but he kind of knows the situation too, and he's like, well, I don't even know who I want in the playoffs. I said, you know what? I said, I just resort, and I said this before. I've said it many times on here before. I want Edmonton to go just based on their jerseys, their uniforms, and just the history. Like you said, first team I remember liking was Edmonton Oilers because of Wayne Gretzky. And I just love their colors. It was Edmonton and the Islanders. So let's go with that.
They'll be there.
Yeah.
They
should. Yeah. Yep.
Rangers, Hurricanes, Toronto, Dallas, Canucks, Oilers, Vegas, Avs, Boston, Nashville, Tampa, Winnipeg, Florida, and LA Kings and Islanders. They've all made it to the playoffs.
And so, like, how I root for teams, and I use that term root for very, very lightly. When I look at, like, let's say the Penguins don't get in. So I will look around, and then I usually will most of the time root for, like, some of the original team, like Toronto. Like, I'll usually root for a Canadian team. Because I feel like the Canadians have kind of gotten screwed with the NHL. Like, oh, let's get rid of all these. Let's get rid of our team in Quebec and move them to frickin' Arizona or wherever they moved them, Florida or whatever. It's like, hockey I feel Canada needs a good amount of hockey teams.
Sure.
So, yeah, Eastern Conference looking, I would probably, my rooting interest will probably be, not Tampa, I was looking at Tampa. Toronto would probably be one, and then the Rangers, and then the Islanders, and then I don't care after that.
So this circle graph here has percentages of teams that will win the cup. Like here, so basically it says the Rangers have the highest percentage of winning.
Oh, okay. Because saw
it looks like second is Maple Leafs. Third would be Dallas, followed directly by the Canucks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not very high percentages, though. Like, literally 15% chance for the Rangers, 10% for Toronto, 9.6 for the Canucks, 9.9 for Dallas, and then the rest go down from there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It looks like the Hurricanes have 10.3, so they would be second over Toronto.
Boston's got to be up there, aren't they?
Boston has a 4.8% chance of winning
Nice.
the cup.
Love it. Well, when was the last time Boston won a Stanley Cup, I wonder? I'd be okay, I guess, with Boston, with the Bruins, because, I mean, they would still be below both New York teams and Toronto for me. Florida Panthers, I can't bring myself to root for a hockey team from Florida. And even Tampa Bay Lightning, it just doesn't sit well with me.
Let's see. The last time Bruins won was 2011.
Oh, okay. So it's been a little bit.
Last time Penguins won was 2017.
Yep, they beat was it the Sharks or the Predators? I can't remember which one was first. Sharks was, I think it was the Predators was the last one they won. Oh, hell, or was it? Because they won 2 in a row. One was the Sharks, one was Predators. I don't remember the order that it went. People are probably screaming at their phone or car right now, being like, how do you not know that, you idiot?
Dude, the Rangers haven't won a cup.
Probably 95? Would it have been?
Ooh, you were so close. 94.
94, I believe. Now, I'm not looking this up. People might not believe me. Was it Vancouver that they beat?
I don't know. They don't have the other teams.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like, all of this was happening when we were talking about OJ. I feel like all this was happening at the same time. The epic car chase, and there was something with the Stanley Cup playoffs, and in the NBA playoffs, because I think both New York teams were in the Stanley Cup finals and the NBA finals. And in the NBA finals, it was the Knicks and the Rockets, I believe. And they would legit, and this was the NBA finals, mind you. And this was on NBC. This was back when it was always going to be on network TV. And they would cut from the game just to show the car chase with O.J. Simpson. I'm telling you, it was such a wild time to be alive.
That is crazy.
For that O.J. I mean, it just, the way it captured America's attention was crazy. But now I got to look at I feel like it was the Rangers and the Canucks.
Why was the Stanley Cup canceled in 2005?
Lockout, I believe, or it was a strike.
That mean? Oh,
yeah, it was a strike. The NHL, the Players Association, and the owners couldn't come to an agreement on a new collective bargaining agreement, so they just canceled the whole damn season.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking at this list and it just says 2005 NA. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, cool.
Oh no, what am I thinking? New York? Oh my God. Are you ready? I'm gonna send you, once again, my fucking spelling. Look at how I spelled. Jesus Christ. How I spelled New York Rangers.
I live for these.
Oh, it's not even. New York Rangers.
The New York Ramgers.
I can't stand it.
The New York Ramgers, dude.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, it was terrible.
You're going to be the guy. You're the guy that, like, years ago, I had heard that, like, if you want to buy something on eBay, misspell it. So if you want to buy something for real cheap on eBay, look, whatever you're searching for, spell it like an idiot. Because the chances of that listing being found are pretty slim.
Oh my God. Well, and then I just typed it in again, and I got the New York type right, but then I put a T instead of an R. So it's the New York Tangers, or Tangers. So anywho, they did beat, I was right, they beat the Vancouver Canucks. It went all 7 games. That is, I got a somewhat decent memory when it comes to sports like NBA final. Well, not so much NBA, but like Super Bowls and stuff like that. It's not as good as it used to be.
That's funny. The Tangers. New York Tangers.
The New York Tangers.
All right, all right, what do you say?
What do I say? I say we're probably boring the shit out of people talking about hockey. Maybe not, though. Maybe people might like our hockey talk.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, they're getting it anyway. If you don't like it, fast forward. Well, I guess you don't have to. I'm telling you to fast forward, but we're done now.
Yeah,
it's all right.
All right, so here's how we're going to play this episode out. We're going to finish these last 10 debates, and then we're going to get into a new topic, and we will, announce that topic when the time comes. Yeah. But we have 10 more debates from the last episode continuation. So this is the part 3 of that, and then we're going to go into another fun discussion.
Maybe. Can't really even guarantee it.
That's true, dude.
That's very true, because we've already gone, 15 minutes on hockey?
Yeah.
So I can't guarantee we're going to hit this other subject.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. TBD.
That's right.
Determined.
That's why I haven't unveiled the title of the next topic. So
that's very smart. Very smart. All right. I'll go ahead. You wanted me to start? I'll do the first one.
Yeah. We're at number 67 on this list.
All right. Being famous is actually not all that great. I would agree.
I mean, neither you or I are famous, so how can you agree to that?
Because just assuming that I was famous, because if you watch, all this, like the paparazzi stuff, like that would drive me bonkers. Like I couldn't go anywhere without somebody taking my picture, people asking for an autograph, then you just have fans that would ask for a picture.
I mean, that would be
drive
pretty
me nuts. So I would say it's not all that great. That's the part that I would say. Now, there's probably, there are going to be other perks of it, I'm sure. Because, of course, probably if you're famous, that means you're rich. And being rich would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But you just, especially when you watch these documentaries and you watch this stuff and you have people that, these, celebrities and people that were famous saying, being famous wasn't what all it was cracked up to be. They're going to dig.
I've thought about it long and hard.
Ooh.
And I've determined that, like, being a famous actor probably would suck.
Yeah.
Because they have to fucking work way harder than we do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're getting compensated for it, sure, but, like, it ain't all gravy train.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being on a movie set is hard from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think of like Jim Carrey is like, he's the standout for me because that dude endured some shit to be the Grinch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was it 9 hours of makeup at least? Didn't he say that? Yeah.
And then he had to like endure like CIA training.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's some crazy shit. So like, it ain't all, like it ain't all gravy train. And then you gotta keep up your appearances. They're busy, man. Like they're fucking busy individuals, rich or not. They're busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would never be home. You're always on. If you shoot a movie, you're probably on location, as they say. For, a movie you'd be on. For months on end, you'd be somewhere, anywhere. It just not. No, it would just be a lot of work, I think, being a famous actor.
Probably the most respectable guy in the biz would be Rick Moranis. That dude knew exactly what he was doing. He's like, all right, I made enough. I'm just gonna retire.
Yeah,
be with my family.
Yep.
Living. Jonathan Taylor Thomas did the same thing.
Yeah. Well, with Rick Moranis, it was mainly at first it was because of his wife. His wife developed like brain cancer or something, so he wanted to be with her. Then she died, and then he just needed to be a father, so he just never came back. But it's still smart to do. But the bottom line is, he just basically was just like, yep, I've done what I needed to do. I'm out. Because he easily, after a year or two, whatever, he could have came back, and he's just still like, nah, I'm good.
That's the way to do it.
I've been pining for. I love Rick Moranis. Love him.
I agree.
Just so talented. There was a. See, here we go. We're gonna just hit this shit so fucking sideways. I don't ever remember this, but there was a Saturday Night Live way back in, I don't know, late 80s, early 90s, where, because Bruce Willis was a musician.
Yes.
So he got introduced, how they always do it. Well, of course, the band was playing. So, like a douche, he walks back there and starts playing some of the instruments. It looked like it was very impromptu. He's broke out a harmonica, then he grabs some guy's guitar, I think, and starts playing that. Just kind of really, I don't know, kind of vain-looking thing on Bruce Willis. So, he does that. So then the next week, Rick Moranis just kind of one-ups it. And if you look it up, it is so funny, because he just goes and pretends he's just doing all this other stuff. And he's just acting like Bruce was kind of like dancing as he's doing it. It's comedic gold. And I don't remember him doing this. But it was just a total jab at Bruce Willis. He pretends he goes like to a hospital and he's dancing and he's delivering a baby. And he's dancing with this newborn baby. Then he goes and he does all like, just pretends he's like a carpenter. Just all this weird shit. And like I said, he's just so, I don't know what it was about him that was just so funny. Well, first, just his look. He just looked like a little goofy, bastard. But between, him and Ghostbusters and, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Right.
Oh, my God. What was that other one? Little Giants. That was a good movie where he was the football coach.
Well, can't forget about the Flintstones.
And then, but see, I still don't really remember watching the Flintstones, though. I remember the
correct that oversight. It's a banger, man. Halle Berry, John Goodman, Rick Moranis,
Rosie
Elizabeth
O'Donnell.
Perkins. Rosie O'Donnell.
The chick is hot.
Stacked cat. Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah, you don't think Rosie O'Donnell's hot? That was
all right.
I hate to. That was a dick move.
Oh,
she was funny
man.
though. I always enjoyed Rosie. I liked her show until the time that she really berated Tom Selleck for, not for no reason, but man, she really laid into him about being a gun owner and stuff. I didn't care for that, but Rosie O'Donnell's another one of those. Some of the movies she's been in, she's really funny. I don't understand the hate for her, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, sometimes a beloved celebrity takes an interesting turn in life.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, so back to being famous is not actually all that great. I'd say we're both agreeing to this.
Yeah, it probably isn't.
Yeah, because and especially now, I can't imagine if social media existed back in the 80s and the 90s, from the 90s before. You know, all these celebrities, the shit that they were doing that nobody could get video evidence of or anything, would just be mind-blowing. Like, I'll even go back to, like, sports. Growing up, Michael Jordan, to us, was a god. He was Mr. Smiles, Hanes underwear, Nike, Be Like Mike, all that shit. But then when you watch some of these, like this one documentary about the Bulls, Michael Jordan is an asshole. He was a total dick to his teammates, total dick to other players. Just not for the most part, not a good person. So I don't think he would have been which of course nowadays he doesn't have the same cachet as he did back then. But that's another one of those when you watch that shit on the Bulls, like how famous he was. Like the dude he couldn't go anywhere without being mobbed by people. They said the only time he could be by himself was in a hotel room. That was it. On like away games. That was the only alone time he ever had. Because other than that, he was bombarded. And I think that's kind of what made him a little asshole-ish too, was, he had no time to just unwind, but he was still a dick. But, yeah, like you said, especially trying to be famous nowadays, I mean, you can't, if you're a dick to somebody anywhere, someone's going to have their phone open, and they're going to be videotaping. Listen to me, old. They'll be using their camcorder. Yeah. Make sure their tape's rewound the whole way. But you just can't. Yeah, I think it would be so much harder to be famous nowadays.
Sure.
Yeah, like I said, you just can't. You can't be a dick. If you're a dick, then which I hate this term, but you'll be canceled, basically.
Well, so then you have. So here's a good example of modern day, right? Not that what, like, yours pretty much summed up the whole thing. But like from my perspective, you take a band like Blink, who has a big resurgence. You know what I mean? There's like, Mark has a personal Discord, right? Mm-hmm. And that I loved being on. I loved being a part of that community, being able to talk to him directly, something I never thought I'd be able to do in my entire life. Yeah. And then they go to a country that they've never been to on this tour, and they have to shut off the Discord because people were so fucking crazy that they were like sharing the location of the band and bothering them in their hotel.
God, that would be.
And it got so unbelievably insane that he's like, all right, no more Discord. And then they brought back the Discord. Mm-hmm. And then canceled it again because it got out of fucking hand. when they went to Mexico.
Damn it.
And it's like, now it's like, it's down, and I don't know if it's ever coming back.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So that even goes on the other end. Yeah, like you said. Now, not only because social media has just ruined so many things, because like you said, there you go. Mark's trying to be, a man with the people, but because of certain assholes, now, like you said, he'll probably never be on there again.
And it's crazy. Like, there used to be a community on Reddit, and I don't know if I know we talked about this before. If you don't know what Reddit is, like, Reddit is a cesspool of crazies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Mark was like, fuck Reddit, I'm not doing that anymore. Y'all are insane. He started a private group, that was invite only, but most people could join it. Like, and there we go. Go and ruin it. It's only been 4 years. Like, 4 years since he started that Discord, and it's gone.
It's gone. Damn. Oh, that's wrong.
It is. It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just, so right there, that's another part of being, because like I said, no matter what you do, you're famous. You're like, all right, I'm going to show people like my personal life. I'm going to put pictures on Instagram. How many times do you hear of, actors or just famous people, like you said with Mark, just deactivating because of the amount of hate people spew on there.
Yeah, it's great. And I mean, and I get it. Like they did it all out of like a pure obsession. They finally decide, after their long career of being a band, they're like, hey, we're going to go to South America for the first time ever. And then they fucking ruin it. Like, they said the crowds were great and everything like that, but like, come on, man, don't be bothering celebs. Like,
yep.
They're there with their families. Like, come on.
Yep.
But
that's
whatever.
And that's why I feel like it's never happened to me. But if I ever like ran into a celebrity, I don't think I would do this. But if I ever ran into a celebrity, I don't think I would go up to them while they're eating and ask for a picture, because I'm not a picture guy or an autograph guy. So I think I would probably respect the person's privacy no matter who they are.
I remember, I don't know if I ever told you this story or not, but I remember I was driving in, it's a couple years ago now, not like within the last decade, I'd say. I was driving into Niagara Falls, New York, and I wanted to go see the falls. And when I pull up to the booth, the parking booth or whatever it was, to try to pay, the girl's smiling at me just so wide. She goes, and I'm just like, hi. She goes, hi, Charlie Sheen's here today. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. She's like, yeah, isn't that cool? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, whatever. So I just park and we walk down, and I'm like, I wonder where he is. Like, you know what I mean? This place is huge. Like, I wonder why is it a big deal? Well, it was pretty easy to figure out where the fuck he was.
Right.
There was 1,000 people just in one area looking at nothing. And I'm like, I bet you he's down there. So I start walking down that way, and I said, I'm going to give him $20. And my parents are like, why? And I'm like, because I feel like he'll remember that. I feel like if I just walk up and I just hand him a 20 and just say, have a good day, like, then he would remember that.
Like, don't ask for an autograph, nothing. Just be like, here, buddy, see ya.
You look like you need it more than me. But the dude was surrounded by probably 500 cheerleaders.
Oh, my God.
And I said to one person that was standing, I said, who are the cheerleaders? He goes, oh, those are the Buffalo Bills cheerleaders. They're just hanging out with Charlie Sheen. I was like,
oh my God.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I wonder.
A very weird experience.
Well, he's a very weird guy, too.
I mean, I couldn't see him, so I was like, I'm going to get on Twitter and see if I can find out where he is. And lo and behold, there was a picture, a group photo of him and all the cheerleaders just standing down by the falls. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
So I just went on my way,
Yep.
But that reminded me of a story that I had heard or read somewhere of a guy who was just eating at a Wendy's, and Bill Murray was there.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't do anything. Like, the guy didn't say anything to Bill Murray, but I guess Bill Murray walked up to him and just started eating his fries. And he said, why are you doing this? He goes, nobody's going to believe you. And I was like, I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
That Bill Murray would do that.
Yep, that sounds like something that he would do. What's the one picture? There's a picture out there somewhere of like Tom Hanks was at a, I don't know, like a McDonald's or maybe like a Wendy's or something. And there was a dude that was passed out in a booth. And then he sat right next to him and like got his picture taken with him. And like, because he was with like his friends and stuff. Oh my God. Was it Tom Hanks?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Tom Hanks. Let's see. Drunk. Picture. Oh, I think it was him. Yeah, Tom Hanks just set the bar high for most. This was back in 2012. E! Online. Tom fan pretends to be drunk. Let's see. Pics posted by a fan who ran into actor. They're saying that the guy was pretending to be drunk. Well, that takes the fun away from it a little bit then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, so do you remember?
It's funny.
I can remember multiple times, multiple occasions here in Du Bois, of all places. Sometimes a celebrity will show up.
I've heard of two. Let's see if we've heard the same ones.
So I remember very specifically Aretha Franklin.
Oh.
Just at Burger King. Like, just
no shit.
Yeah, and like people were, it was fucking crazy how many people were there.
Wow. Okay, so now that's three. Because I
heard of what the lead singer of Poison, Brett
Michaels.
Brett Michaels.
Oh.
He was somewhere. Colin Hanks.
Damn. Okay, so we're up to 5 now because you haven't mentioned the 2 that I know.
So yeah, Colin Hanks was at the Hitchin' Post.
Really?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I saw some pictures of people with him. I was like, what the fuck?
Son of a bitch.
And then Alice Cooper.
Okay, Alice Cooper was down here in at a golf course in Carbinsville.
Yeah, he came up to Treasure Lake too to golf.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because it was the year that he came to one of the years he came to Clearfield County Fair.
Yeah, I guess he came out here to golf at Treasure Lake as well. And yeah. I think I heard maybe George Bush was here once.
Oh my God. You still haven't mentioned the 2 that I know of. That's crazy.
Hit me.
Ozzy Osbourne was at the McDonald's.
In Du Bois?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. My buddy Don Westcott he either was there when it happened or he had just missed it or something.
That's crazy.
Ozzy was at McDonald's and allegedly Steven Tyler was at Ponderosa, which is now, of course, Fusion, but it was Ponderosa at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I got one more for you.
Oh, and I got one for Clearfield. Okay, you go ahead.
There was a time, I don't remember what year it was. I could probably look it up real quick. It was the year that Viva La Bam had come. It was 2005. And I was at Spots Music Center, and Viva La Bam was driving through Du Bois to go to Punxsutawney Phil.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Gobbler's Knob. Groundhog Day.
Gobbler's Knob. That's so gross sounding.
But yeah, and then
you and some guy you just talking about this.
Yeah, some dude walked into Spots Music and said, "Hey, the Jackass guys are down at Walmart," and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I ran down there. So it's like literally a spitting distance away. I went down there and they had just left. I saw the aftermath of like just the fucking toys were everywhere and pillows and just crazy shit. And they were just cleaning up like it was nothing. Just another day at the office. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Wow. See, now like Clearfield, of course, Clearfield will get celebrities all the time because of, or at least musicians, because of the Clearfield County Fair.
Sure.
But they're at the fair. A lot of times, you're not sure if they're actually going to go to businesses and such. So I don't know. Trying to think, but there was the McDonald's by Interstate 80. Some of my hopefully older soap opera friends would know. Josh Lewis from Guiding Light was at the McDonald's by I-80, and I was just mesmerized because I was a Guiding Light fan. I like Guiding Light. I like the Lewis family. So when I had heard that Josh Lewis was up there, I was very jealous, I guess you could say, because I was like, oh man, dude was so cool. Trying to think of who else now for Clearfield. Alice Cooper, Josh Lewis. I think there was the one year that there was a country band that was here, and they all went to the one exercise place. I think it used to be called the Olympian, and they went there and worked out. But I don't even remember the name of the band, so that's not really like all that captivating. Trying to think of anyone else. I think I'm tapped out. I think I've pretty much mentioned all the ones that I know of. I'm not sure if anyone else. Hopefully, we'll get somebody. We'll call, use our hotline, and say, "Hey, don't you remember when so and so was at such a place?" And find out if there are any other celebrities that graced our local businesses.
Hey, quick side note: do they still have forms at work for recommendations, like for people?
Like, yeah.
I can't think of the word. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a referral.
Referral, yes.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, they should be in that little shelf thing right in between where we punch in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about 94% sure that there's forms still there. Yeah, cool. You got someone.
Yeah, someone just asked me. Actually, yeah, one of our listeners.
Oh, cool.
Just Snapchatted me and asked me, hey, what was I just gonna say?
Yeah, because what you get? Because what is it? Yeah, but they got to be here for so long too. They got to not only be hired, but they got to make it through the. I think they got to make it through the probation period. And
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you get some cashola.
And I was literally just gonna say something. You were talking about that.
I was.
I lost it.
Oh. Well, that was yeah, because celebrities. We were on that, or
yeah, there was something I was gonna bring up, and I don't remember. Oh.
But yeah, like I said, I'm sure there's one or two that I'm missing. But
probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's still just one of those. I've never been the last time I talked face to face with a pro athlete that I can remember was after a Pirate game. We went to a place called, I'm sure people down in Pittsburgh area, Dean's Diner. I don't know if the Dean's Diner is even still around anymore. It's an old style diner, basically. That's why it's called a diner. But we were there. I was with a friend and his dad. And the guy's name was Stan Belinda was there. He was a pitcher. He was a relief pitcher for the Pirates. Well, he happened to walk in. And my friend's dad's like, hey, Stan Belinda's over there. Why don't you go over and get an autograph? Well, of course, I didn't have the balls to do it, so my friend did. So he goes over and he says, hey, can we have your autograph? And he's like, yeah. He's like, were you guys at the game? And they're like, yeah. And he's talking, and I'm not saying a word. And then he's like, well, what'd you think of it? And then I talked. I'm like, you did a good job. Well, then my friend was nice enough to point out that he didn't play in that game at all. I was like, well, so now I'm done. I'm done talking to people.
Jeez.
Yeah. Because he was a relief pitcher. I don't know.
You ever just go pee and it takes forever?
Oh my God, yeah. Like
Jesus.
Like you don't think it's a long one, but it's just like holy hell. Like you're afraid you're gonna like overflow the toilet because you're peeing so much.
Like Jesus. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go pee real quick, and I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Holy fuck! I didn't realize I drank that big of a coffee today.
Well, I'm sure Autumn's gonna really love hearing this, but she was peeing yesterday, and I was standing there doing the dishes. Got all the dishes done, and she was still peeing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is your bladder like the size of a fucking bowling ball? Like how long have you been holding that in? Like, it was ridiculous how long she peed.
Sometimes I pee so long in the middle of the night that I'm like awake by the time I'm done. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's why you sit. That's why I sit peeing. because
so
I
you
can
can,
still,
so you can keep your sleep.
Yeah, you don't because you don't have to worry about like keeping your balance. You know, I mean, you still have to worry about keeping your balance, but not as much. You know, and you can still kind of have your eyes closed and still not be, you know, at that fully awake part.
Damn. You gotta
Yeah.
keep your sleep stasis, you know?
Oh yeah, I love keeping my stasis. That's what it's all about, baby.
All right. Well, we talked a straight half hour on celebrities.
This son of a bitch, I'm telling you. And I'm afraid this next one, it might go long. Maybe not, I'm not sure.
That brings us to it. Number 68. Superheroes should have to pay for all the damage they cause. Disagree.
Okay, you tell me why.
Okay. Because they're saving your shit.
That's it?
Yeah, what the fuck else? Like, they're saving your lives. You're gonna be like, oh, you gotta rebuild that. Like,
but they're superheroes. They could probably, you know, get this built back up rather quickly. You gotta have some.
I am 99% sure that somebody as great or as rich as Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark would probably be like, hey, here's $1 million. Like, sorry that I ruined your shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I'm not saying that they don't, but
Yeah.
they also, like, in Marvel, I'm pretty sure in Marvel there exists a company called Damage Control
Oh.
that is probably funded by Stark.
Well, I'm sure.
It was the same company that Michael, what the fuck is his name? God damn it. Not Michael. Yeah, Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's character worked for in Spider-Man.
Oh,
At the very
okay.
beginning of Spider-Man Homecoming, he was part of Damage Control.
Yeah, okay. Huh. I mean, I don't feel like they should have to pay for all of it, but yeah, there should be some responsibility held on them.
You know, and it's that is a thought that has crossed my mind millions of times, and I'm almost certain that excuse me, in that world, I mean, we don't know for sure, but in either superhero universe, it would be ridiculous to assume that companies don't have insurance policies that involve damages caused by superheroes.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I will have to disagree with this when it says should have to pay for all the damage they cause. So, I don't think they should have to pay for all of it. But, yeah, they should definitely have to help. What was the premise of Civil War? Captain America Civil War. Wasn't it loosely kind of like, what was that? Because it
was all about accountability.
That's what it was accountability, not so much. Because wasn't they would show like the videos of them, you know, the city that got lifted up and basically got destroyed and whatever, and so it was more just accountability, right?
It was accountability in the fact that Tony Stark created Ultron, and Ultron was the, you know what I mean? Ultron was the antithesis that fucked up a whole city. That's different.
Okay.
This isn't like Superman, you know, like let's say Man of Steel. Man, he had no fucking idea.
Oof. That whole fucking city got destroyed.
That's what I'm saying, but like he was there, like he was minding his own goddamn business for 30 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his problem that Zod came down looking for him, and he saved the city because of it.
He did. He killed him. Which people are still pissed off about, that he killed Zod, which I still don't understand why people are so bent out of shape about him killing him. That's one thing that kind of drives me nuts a little bit with people that, you know, with superhero movies is, well, in the comic, they don't do that. Well, you know, a lot of times in the comics, these were written down in the 50s and in the 60s. Things are different. Times have changed. You don't. I've never, and I've mentioned this on here before many times, I was not a comic book guy. I mean, I had some, but I didn't like follow it by the book, and I didn't expect my movies to go just how the comic book went.
Right.
Going back to like with movies in general and books and everything. Like, I don't expect it to go exactly the same way. But still,
I mean,
some
I
of
feel
this stuff, it's like
things need to change,
Yeah.
For the times or whatever, and that's a whole other argument. But like, that Superman wasn't, that was Superman year one, like,
yeah,
oftentimes Batman year one, Superman year one. They're just becoming the heroes. You know what I mean? They have no fucking clue. They don't have, they don't know what to do. And, Superman eventually gains a different moral, like,
yeah.
So, that is what it is. But yeah, I can remember watching a, sorry, back to the topic at hand here. I can remember watching a Transformers movie. It's the first one with Mark Wahlberg. It's not like, I think it's Transformers 4. I want to say. And I can remember there's a scene in the movie that it cracked me the fuck up because it's something I often thought about. And something that happens in the movie that causes a Transformer something to destroy this guy's fucking car. And he's standing right next to it, and he's got his suit on, and he's got his briefcase, and the guy's car just gets fucking murked. And he looks right at Mark Wahlberg's character, and he goes, "I hope you have insurance." And he goes, "Dude, there's fucking Transformers. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Shut up." And I thought that was hysterical because, like, who's going to cover that?
Right.
This guy's got, you cannot expect these people to just be fucked.
Yeah.
And not have so I would assume there's some kind of policy like, hey, Spider-Man webbed my car while fighting a villain, or Spider-Man landed on my car, or Superman fell from a skyscraper and landed on my car, like, or Superman flew through my house, like.
I feel like there was a very short-lived TV show that starred that, what the hell was her name? She was in the High School Musical movies.
You're right.
Vanessa Hudgens.
It was called Powerless, and it was fucking awesome.
Okay, because I remember watching like 2 episodes or so and thinking, this show's not all that bad. It was kind of like the same process, or not process, but the same kind of premise, right? Where it was...
I absolutely loved that. It was called Powerless, and it starred Alan Tudyk.
Oh, that guy's hilarious.
And it was amazing. It only ran for 1 year. But yeah, it was basically follow the staff of an insurance company specializing in products to protect defenseless bystanders from the collateral damage of superheroes and supervillains.
Wow, did you have this looked up before we even talked about it?
No, I just looked it up.
Oh, you just looked it up you were fast at typing that. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It starred Batman's cousin.
That's it, yes.
Van Wayne. I love Alan Tudyk so much.
I do too. Him in Dodgeball when he's the pirate. Jesus, God, and he is he's the voice of the droid K whatever in Rogue One, the really tall walking droid. He's the voice of him. K2SO. K2.
Yes.
Yeah.
K2SO.
Yeah. He's that. The one role that he has that made me cringe was he's in 42. It's the movie about Jackie
42?
Robinson. No, just it's about Jackie Robinson and his, climbed into the majors and, having to deal with the racial stuff. And he was the manager of, I don't remember what team it was. It might have been Pittsburgh, I think. I can't remember. But, he was not funny, that's for sure. he threw the N-word out there many times, and I was. It was a good. He did a good job, but it was still one of those where it's like, ooh, like, dude, this was rough. But still a funny guy. What else was he in?
I don't know.
He was in something else.
He's in lots of things.
Yeah, he was one of those. I always heard about that show with that Firefly. It was only on one season, and he was in that. He's
in a show called Resident Alien that apparently is pretty good.
Oh yes, I see TikToks on that. Yeah, and he looks very funny in it because he's like the alien. But then he's able to put a face on like a human or something.
He's
like a doctor. Yeah.
His IMDb page is 149 things.
Golly. Yeah, that was a funny show. That would you say it was called Powerless?
Powerless. Yeah, I loved that show. Yeah. And that's exactly right. And they made all sorts of shit. They made like kryptonite umbrellas and crazy shit. And just for people, just normal people to live in this world. And that's exactly what I'd expect it to be like.
Yeah. And see, that's we'll go back to the damages here. And the one thing that kind of drove me nuts a little bit with Batman versus Superman is it's like they almost made it a point in that movie to make sure that the audience knew that where Superman and Doomsday were fighting was an uninhabited island, because everyone was so mad that mainly all of Metropolis got destroyed, and what could have happened to all those people, blah, 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 that in that movie, when Doomsday comes out, like I said, they're like, oh, we don't have to worry. They've landed in an uninhabited part of the city. It's like really, you have to make that a point?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
That is very dumb. That's one of the only things I didn't like about that movie. I liked that movie. I know a lot of people didn't.
I mean, I don't know, man. Movies are changing in a way that's very different nowadays.
Oh yeah. I concur.
But that movie was dope. I mean,
I thought it was dope.
I don't care what anybody has to say.
Yeah, I liked it.
But yeah, I in terms of this debate, I'm right there. There should be some level of accountability, but at the same time, without it, who knows? Without the superhero, let's take the superhero out of the equation and put just the villain there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you think? Like, they could fuck up your city and then just be done with it. Like, bye.
Well, yeah.
See you later. You guys have to do it on your own.
Yeah, because Man of Steel, it was whatever that thing was called. Was it called a World Ender? Where one was stuck in one pole and one was stuck in the other pole, and it was basically going to just destroy the whole Earth.
I don't think it was called a World Ender. It was a terraformer.
Oh, well, what was World Ender? I feel like that was something on something. Well, obviously it was something. Was it something?
I don't know.
Well, let's see. World. Yeah, what the hell would a World Ender? Why do I have that like burned into my head for something?
All I know is that it was there just to terraform the planet to become Krypton.
Oh, okay. Well, World Ender was a character on Rick and Morty in the Vindicators episode.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
I could have been, but I don't think so. I feel like there was something in one of these movies. Obviously not, because I'm typing World Ender a bunch of different ways. Well, if there's any of our comic book / superhero people, maybe you can help me out, figure out what I'm missing here. I don't know what I'm thinking. Do I ever know what I'm thinking?
I don't think any of us do.
I think we tapped the hell out of that one too.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to 69. It would be better to live under the sea than in space.
We already live in space.
We don't live in space. I think you're
Technically,
taking that
we
too.
do.
You're taking that too literal. Don't be like that.
I don't think I would want to live under the sea. We don't know what the fuck is down there.
Oh God, no. He wouldn't. I mean, really, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to do either one because it's going to be. Space is super. Well, they both would be super quiet. I think space would be better because you're not going to have to deal with weird ass fucking fish or something that might eat you. Not that you're going to be like in the water anyway, but I don't know what's in the water. At least in space, you know, it's just vast nothingness.
So there is an equal amount. Okay, here, this is fucking terrifying. Okay, listen.
Oh.
The ocean is here, all right, on our fucking planet, and we've only explored 5% globally.
I feel like we've already talked about this on here.
We have. We definitely have.
Okay, because when you said that, yeah, I feel like we've talked about that part, and that is still, yeah, very scary. Because what the hell is out there?
Correct. All because of the intense pressures of the deep ocean, right?
Yeah. Right.
Space is a billion times the size of our ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 5% of that explored.
So we have the equal amount of space and ocean explored.
But in percentage, yes. But the size comparison is unparalleled.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's just...
So both 95% of the universe and 95% of the ocean, complete mystery.
Oof.
One is home. Like, that is fucking crazy.
That is. No, the ocean's very scary. I don't know if I'd want to live under.
I mean,
well, I guess
the deepest part of the Marianas Trench is 36,100 feet deep.
That's what? You're damn near 8 miles.
Yeah.
Oof. That's a hell of a depth.
Wait.
Oh.
36,100. Okay.
36,000, so 5,280. 7, 8. Yeah, so little more than 7 miles, I'd say. That's not without using my calculator.
And that's just assuming that this world is what they say it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because what, where, and how is pretty much what I'm thinking when it comes to the ocean.
Now, I've been following this guy on TikTok. I don't know if it's bullshit. I don't know if any of it is, who knows? Because I'm stuck here in little old DuBois, and I ain't going anywhere anytime soon to find out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's all just conspiracy, what have you. I did see, and I'm pretty sure we talked about this on another episode, maybe on the Mandela Effect episode. I don't know which episode it was, but we did talk about the world beyond the ice wall.
Oh, yeah, it's something about like Antarctica or some shit, right?
Yeah, the world beyond the ice wall is the most insane theory.
Mm-hmm. I think we touched on it a little bit.
And I mean, if it is said to be true, the ocean's even larger than we know of.
Yeah, that's very possible. Like, I'm trying to think of how to say this smart like. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's just a lot. It's just, like you said, if you figure what the deepest is 8 miles deep and what 75% of the world is water, and we've only discovered 5%. That's just, yeah, and then you got this ice wall shit that you talk about.
So look in the chat.
Crazy.
Because I just found that map, the world beyond the ice wall.
Okay.
Is what they say it is.
Oh. What the hell is this?
So in the center there, that's us.
Yeah. Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Atlantic. Okay.
And then through the normal ice wall that they claim exists, here's all the other shit. And then there's even another one beyond that.
Yeah, and then you got... see, it's lost me because there's talking about the walls of Asgard and... What's it? The Abyssal Ocean?
Yeah.
Then you got... What's that? Ponderosa Ultima?
What? Where do you see that?
Formosa. Oh, no. It's Formosa Ultima. Just we're trying to read some of the Isis.
Yeah, Telekinesia,
Nemo.
Isles of Anubis, Isis, Osiris, Nemo, Odin, the walls of Asgard, the scorched wastes, the frozen wastes.
See, being as admittedly small-minded as I am, I'm calling bullshit on this.
But we don't know.
But we don't know. Exactly.
We would never know.
No. Nope.
That would make
we'll
this
never
Earth
know.
absolutely fucking enormous.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 times the size that we already think it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wild thought. Yeah, like I said, you don't know, but I will, I'm going to be the man that says I'm not going to consider that. But hell if I know.
Exactly.
Yep. It could very well be true. And it is a wild, the walls of, what's this other one? The scorched wastes. That sounds cool. Then you got the frozen wastes.
No, I'll tell you right now, though, the Abyssal Ocean sounds fucking horrifying.
Yeah. I want nothing to do with that.
I don't even want to know what's in the waters beyond the supposed ice wall.
Yeah. I was always scared to death growing up of the Bermuda Triangle. There were all these, I remember getting books in the library that in this Bermuda Triangle, ships went there to die. Nothing ever survived this Bermuda Triangle. I don't even hear about a Bermuda Triangle anymore. But yet, growing up, it was like, oh my God, do not get in a boat and go anywhere in the Atlantic Ocean in this triangle, because then that's when these storms hit and all this shit happens and nothing ever survives. David Copperfield did a TV series on surviving the Bermuda Triangle, and it was fascinating. He got sucked into like this little, I don't remember what it was. It was like a little pyramid kind of thing. Then he popped up. David Copperfield was awesome. I'm sure you don't know who I mean. He was a magician. He did a thing. I know we talked about this every year, but his yearly specials on CBS were just freaking amazing. I loved him. I think his greatest trick of all was he was able to, he got Claudia Schiffer to marry him. Claudia Schiffer was a supermodel back in the day.
Hot.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, like I said, I won't poo-poo the no, I won't, but I'm gonna, but yeah, I could be wrong. What the hell do I know? Which very little. But I'm gonna call bull on it just to be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. This is what you have to deal with. When you deal with an older gent like myself.
Well,
I'm stuck in my ways.
It's so unknown that you can't discount it.
You can't, but I am.
All right, let's talk about how skirts are more comfortable than pants.
Well, hell yeah. Wait,
I
don't know. Wait, what did you say? Skirts?
Skirts?
Well, I've cross-dressed twice in my life. Oh
All
my
right,
God.
number 71. I'm
well,
kidding.
now wait a minute. Hold on a second. I lost my website here. Let's see. I did wear a skirt for Spirit Week. They did every year at Kerbensville. I'm sure every school does this, but it was always the week of the Clearfield-Kerbensville football game. And we did this thing called Spirit Week. And like Monday was, wear your pajamas to school. Tuesday was you got to wear black and gold because that's what Kerbensville's colors were. And I think almost every year, especially my senior year, was cross-dress day. So I said, I'm in. So I found a nice little white blouse looking thing with awesome shoulder pads and like this black kind of skirt looking thing, and wore that, and some pantyhose, wore that, put lipstick on. I'd like to say I don't know if there's any pictures out there or not of this, but that's the only time I think I only cross-dressed once. I think for Halloween one year I was going to go as a woman, but I didn't. But skirts aren't too bad, but pants are better.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I think pants would be better.
I mean, if one of our ladies out here, think that, I don't know, skirts just don't I don't know. You don't see a skirt as much anymore.
I feel like they're not as popular as they used to be.
Yeah, because it's just gotten more socially acceptable that women can just wear, nice pants. I mean, they got all these different. I don't remember last time I've seen Autumn wear like a skirt or a dress of any sort. Been a long ass time.
Girls have worn dresses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just feels like not that common. Like my wife has worn a dress, but like it's just not that common.
No, I kind of. Speaking as two dudes, what the hell do we know? I mean, I think I'd probably know more about the ice wall, than how many women wear skirts. So, any ladies out there that listen are like, these guys. Yeah, it's like, women always wear skirts. What the hell are you talking about? I don't know. I don't think so, though. I don't feel like you see them as much anymore. I've always been.
You're right. I think you're on something.
You dress comfortable. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever you are, just dress however the hell you want to dress. Whatever makes you comfortable. God damn it.
See, Mitch is a professional, comfortable dresser.
I am. That's all I'm about. I'm done tying shoes. The boots that I got another pair of insoles, so I'm gonna put that second pair of insoles in my other pair, because I'm gonna make sure that those boots are comfortable so I don't have to frickin' tie shoes ever again. I'm down to one. I have one pair of sneakers that I can tie. Other than that, everything that I wear will be slip-on. I'm done. I'm done.
Back to Velcro.
Marla said that too, because I said the same thing the other day. I said, I'm tired of tying. She's like, are you going to wear Velcro shoes? I said, you know what? If they're I don't even care if they're socially acceptable. If they look cool, I'll wear them. I don't care. I mean, Velcro shoes kind of has that look of a man that has just given up on life. You
literally just said, I'm not tying shoes anymore. Like,
but at least like Hey Dudes are slip-ons, and they're not nice, but I can get away with going out. But I got like this pair of Adidas shoes that I've got. They're look like sneakers, but they're just slip-on. But the look of the Velcro. There's just no good-looking Velcro shoes out there that I know of.
I would rock a pair of Velcro steel toes.
I probably would too, but it still just has that look.
It reminds me of one time I had a pair of lounge pants that were created to look like jeans.
Really?
Yeah. They looked exactly like a pair of jeans. They faked me out all the time. But they were lounge pants, and I was like, these are fucking revolutionary.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with pants that don't have a back pocket.
Really?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
know
a
that you
wallet?
don't. Yeah,
You
I'm
do?
a wallet in
Yeah.
the back pocket type of guy.
Yeah, I put nothing in my back pocket. Nothing.
See, I have to have a back pocket because I can't
Yeah.
stand having my wallet in my any other pocket. But
Yeah.
I thought it was revolutionary whenever they came out with sweats that had a back pocket. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It makes me nervous. Back pockets always make me nervous because you watch the movies of the people that get pickpocketed,
Oh,
with the
yeah,
back
I mean-
pocket. And I don't have an ass, so I can't feel anything. If something would graze my behind, I wouldn't feel it. Where at least if somebody went after my front pocket, I feel like I would feel somebody going there.
I mean, that's fair.
It is fair. But yeah, like I said, I've gone, what is it? I'm like 20 some years since I've put anything in my back pocket. Like I said, ever since Matt Rich told me, he's like, well, no wonder your back's all messed up. He said, you got your wallet back there, and he says, you sit and drive all day. He said, you're all lopsided. He says, you need to stop that. I said, done. So now I'm a money clip guy.
See, that's okay though. Money clip might be a little bit better, but I have too many things.
And see, I don't. I have nothing. You do have a lot of things. You're very, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to think. You're kind of MacGyver-y. You kind of got a lot of nice little trinkets and stuff. You got stuff. You got, yeah, you're not a simple man. You don't just carry like the essentials. Like I'm just give me my money clip and my keys. I'm good. Where it feels like you got that, like even for work, you got your fancy card holder, which you gave me one. Not that that's adding anything, but you got that little knife thing, and then you got your magnet thing that you flick around, and then you got stuff.
I'm a gadgety guy. I would make a great spy.
Gadget. That's it, not trinket.
Yeah, I'd make a great spy.
You would.
I can remember. I spent years just looking up how to make little survival kits inside Altoid tins.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, I want to do this. I'm going to do this, but why? Like, I don't need them. I don't need to survive. Like, I'm never going to be in a situation where I need to pull out my Altoid tin first aid kit or my Altoid tin spy kit.
Yeah.
But boy, did I want to.
Yeah, that would be cool, though. Imagine, you'd be the life of the party if you'd have been able to do that. Been
For
like,
what
hey,
party?
I don't know, survival party. I don't frickin' know. It's any party. It's a loose term. You'd be the life of whatever.
I would. The only reason I would ever have to take it out would be like, hey, check out my spy kit that I made.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you'd be the life of the party. Because if the party got boring, whatever kind of party this is, you would just be like, all right, this is dull. Check this shit out. Bam, look at that. I can survive in the woods for 4 days with this shit that I packed in my Altoid tin.
Until one person's just like, why would you need that? Like, huh, good question.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. So I just never spent the money on doing it. But I want to, real bad.
I think you should.
I
want you to.
I have an inherent part of me that's just like, you need to be this ninja guy's spy.
Oh, I love it.
I always
absolutely
look
love
at pairs of pants that are like $70 to have like pockets, just thousands of pockets.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love pants with a lot of pockets. I just thought it looked cool, but I never put in anything in any of my pockets.
Well, these ones are they're all hidden pockets, so it just looks
Oh,
like
they're hidden pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like just had like the big side pockets and like
No. They're called everyday carry pants. And they're just pockets. They just have pockets that you can just carry all your shit in.
Everyday pocket pants? Is that what you said?
Everyday carry.
Oh, why did I say pocket pants? Everyday carry. Look at that. I typed all that and I didn't. My spelling was perfect.
You didn't black chonk it?
I did not black chonk or I didn't nice bag fur or any of that. Look at that. $48. 511 tactical men's fast tack
Tactical.
Yeah. Well, I got tack, and then it won't let me finish here. Yeah, concealed carry pants. Look at that. Fast tack urban pants. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's not bad. And $48 for a pair of pants. I don't think that's crazy expensive. I mean, it's expensive, but
And they just have pockets literally out the ass. Like,
yeah. Well, if they have back pockets, they'd be on the ass.
that's right.
Not out the ass. There's the guy's ass right there, and I just see 2 pockets.
And they're just
Well,
so
you
know,
could-
to carry all your shit.
Yeah, like literally, like looking at these pants, I wouldn't know where all of his pockets are. Like you don't see. I want to know where this guy's pockets are. I need to know. Why aren't you showing me? Ooh, and there's all these different colors. Ooh, charcoal's not bad. That one's just plain old black. You got your khaki, dark navy. Huh. That's fantastic shit there. Never knew they made such a thing.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Learn something new every day on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, yeah. Do I retain it? No.
Never.
So how we got from skirts are more comfortable than pants than we talked about survivals and Altoid tins, I'll never know. So we'll go to 71. Maybe they make tactical skirts. Maybe they make skirts that's got hidden pockets.
EDC skirts.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
We're
All
on
right.
72, by the way. No,
Oh,
we're on 70.
No. Yeah, we want to go to 71 now.
Yeah.
So it's better to be rich with no friends than poor with many friends. I don't know how many's many friends. I don't want many friends. I have enough friends. I'm tapped out with friends. I don't need any addition.
I mean, yeah.
But I still feel like you need friends.
Let's
but
see. Many is defined as a large number.
Well, since I've never been rich, I've been poor more than I've been rich, if that makes sense.
So
Which I think
it depends
does.
it depends on the number. It says
Yeah.
many. It said in a case of a 9-person party, many might mean 5, 6, or 7. But in the case of 20,000 concert goers, many might mean 7,000 or 8,000.
Well, I mean,
So in simpler terms, a few is 3, some is 4, 5, or 6, several is 7, 8, or 9, and many is 10 or more.
I don't want that many friends. But I don't want to have no friends, though.
Well, the
can they
debate here is to be rich with no friends
Yeah.
or poor with many.
But like I said, I would say most of us in central Pennsylvania relate more to being poor than rich.
Right.
So, like, if we're talking poor, like, how poor are we talking? Because like I said, I know the feeling of being poor-ish, not like flat out poor. But, when you're young, yeah.
I mean, in that song that we played the lyric game at work, that I Will Buy You a New Life
Yeah.
by Everclear. Can't believe this is coming up again, but the chances of it are astronomical, I feel. But the lyrics in that song where you have never been poor, you have never felt the joy of a welfare Christmas.
Okay.
Which always spoke to me. It makes sense. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah. Now, I know growing up, we had some hard times, my family, and I know, I remember specifically one time, because my mom was wanting to go back to college, and my stepdad, he was working at a coal company that just, like, flat out just shut down one day. It was just like, he went into work, and they're like, yeah, there's no coal company anymore. You're going home. So we had some years of struggling. Where, like I said, I remember one year my mom said, you know what? All I want for my birthday to her parents, she's like, is just money for groceries. That's it. So, and even with us, with me and Autumn, it's not like we're, everybody hits rough patches, or, especially more people are like that than, I don't know anybody really would be even considered close to rich. So, I don't really know
all how you carry yourself.
Yeah. So I guess it would be.
I don't know if I agree with either of these.
Yeah, because
rich with no friends.
Yeah, because I don't want to. Yeah, because I don't want no friends. I mean, I'm like I said, just about a minute or two ago. I'm happy with the amount of friends that I have now. I don't want any more.
Like, how rich are we talking?
Yeah, and how poor are we talking?
Yeah, because
it's just like how, I don't want to, I hate getting like all super specific here, but I feel like you kind of got to. Like, what do they consider rich?
Like, if I had made $1 billion, my friends would also be rich.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm gonna make it so like if I hit $1 billion today, you and I wouldn't go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Well, that's sweet of you.
That's just what I'm saying. Like, that's just, we could do this every day.
Yeah.
But that's like,
Yeah. So are they pulling like you're an Ebenezer Scrooge kind of guy before, the nightmare night, that you're loaded, but you've got absolutely nobody. Like, you've already got your money, but everybody hates your guts. Because you're the rich guy that won't give it to somebody.
This should be reworded to, it's better to be a rich asshole or a poor nice guy. Like,
yeah. Because I think most of us, probably mostly everybody that listens, would say that what you just said. And I'm the same way. If I was rich, I would make sure all my friends and family were very well taken care of. Wouldn't have to worry about anything. So there's no way that I would be rich and not have any friends.
Right.
But then I'd also be very leery of these quote unquote friends. Are they just leeches, like sucking on my money teat? I guess. I don't know what the thing would be.
I mean, you can make it conditional. Like, hey, I'm going to take care of you, but you don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
If you do, then goes bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's... So I think... I don't know. I don't like this one.
Bless you. Thank you.
Nice. I'm not saying it.
It's okay. I already did it. It's all good.
Oh, that's all right. So I will say, I don't really like this one. But if I had to choose where it's just, I'm just assuming that I'm loaded, but everybody hates my guts, or I don't have a lot of money, but I'm very well liked, I'd probably have to go the second one. Not a lot of money, but well liked. But I don't want a lot of friends.
I feel you.
Yeah. But I don't want none either. I just want some. So can we... I don't know. I'll say... Yeah, give me poor. I'd rather be poor with many friends, I think, than rich with no friends. I suppose.
Okay. I feel that.
Yeah. All right. 70 Deuce, your turn there, Cheech.
Okay.
You all right? You there?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I totally lost what I was doing there. 72. GIF should be pronounced with a hard G and not a soft G.
When they say soft G, do they mean GIF? Like call it a... Because that's what I always called them. Is that what that...
Yeah,
is that the difference? It should be pronounced GIF, not GIF.
Yes.
All right. GIF sounds better than GIF.
Does it?
I think it does. Because I used to always call it a GIF because I didn't know what it meant. Or I didn't know how it was pronounced. I knew what it meant. But now I say GIF. So I say it should. Not saying that it should. Like, if you want to say GIF, go ahead and say GIF. I don't care. I know what you mean. But I would pronounce it GIF now.
It stands for Graphics Interchange Format.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's the actual meaning.
Yes, that's what it stands for. So
I love GIFs. I love sending GIFs. I feel like I'm an above average GIF giver.
So yeah, GIF giver.
GIF giver.
You're above average, you said?
Oh yeah, I love I think I have a very good GIF game. Like me and Autumn.
GIF Jame.
Yeah, GIF Jame. Me and Autumn one time had, I swear to God, a 5-minute conversation of just nothing but GIFs.
I mean, as long as you guys understood what you were saying.
We knew exactly what we were saying, and it was fantastic. I'd never been more turned on in my life than being able to do something like that. I knew I had my soulmate.
I mean, I did see a video one time that was in an effort to make people understand that it was GIF and not GIF. And this guy said, he goes, yeah, I don't give you, he goes, I don't give you Christmas GIFs, like. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah. Graphic interchange format.
Yeah. But the English language is so frigged up anyway. How would you not know? Because you could, I mean, yeah, he said it like that, but there's so many words in this English language that, no matter how you say it, could be pronounced something different.
I mean, I already feel like, and this is a total Deej thought, so you can choose to take this or leave it. I don't care, but
I'll probably leave it. That's all right. Go for it.
I often think that you should be able to interchange hard letters and soft letters.
I don't see why not. I'm okay with that. Give me an example. Like, what do you?
Like butter and garlic would be butter and jarless.
Why would it be jarless?
Because it's a hard C.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Well, you might have lost me. I think I might be lost now.
Yeah,
Huh. Okay.
Jarless.
Okay, so like we're on 74, you would say that could be sarcasm?
Yeah.
Instead of sarcasm?
Yeah, sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Or like there should be a speakial. Like instead of special, speakial.
Speakial.
Spekial.
It would be fun. It would be fun to do that. Yeah. So I'm not gonna.
I feel like people should be able to pronounce words however the fuck they want.
I think most people do.
No, I mean, like, I remember at one point, my friend Nate and I had probably about 30 people convinced that we didn't say caramel or caramel. We called it caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got into this lovely habit of literally saying words as different as humanly possible.
All right. Yeah,
because I remember when people would order cheesy bread, we'd be like, "Oh, it's one order of Kahizi Briad."
Oh my god, that would drive me nuts.
Oh, it was something.
Yeah, but probably being in on it though, it would be fun.
Oh man, we had a blast.
Being on the outside and me not being probably smart enough to do something like that, it would anger me.
It was hard, but we would find the funniest ones, and like Taco Bell sold caramel apple and empanadas, and we would be like, that's one order of the caramel apple and panada.
Oh my god. All right, so no, I have done this before. This is back to me and Don Westcott. Okay, so this I'm laughing, but it's gonna end up probably being so stupid, but it cracks me up to this day. Okay, so in French class, hold on a second. Woo. All right, so bon appetit, okay?
Okay.
So then we were reading it one time, so then me being the smart ass was like, yes, bon appetit. And then my friend proceeded with calling it a bony apple tit. So,
Bony apple tit.
So we went from bon appetit to being bony apple tit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it was funny in my head, and I got tears running down my eyes because I could just hear Don Westcott being like, you know, we would have food, and he'd be like, all right, bony apple tit to everyone.
I mean, it's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh, that was a hard belly laugh that I had there. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I did actually. Me and Don Westcott would do this back in our high school days. I can't remember any more off the top of my head. He was obviously much better at it than I was. So
I mean,
I've changed my tune. I'm all for it. I am 100%.
It would come and go. You know what I mean? We would have our moments where we'd come up with some real genius stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think my favorite one was pineapple. It was pineapple. A Kahezi pizza with pineapple. It's like, wow.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all in on this. I'm down. I am totally down with this. Now that...
You got to watch this video. This guy on YouTube. It's called Run for the Cube. His voice will annoy the shit out of you, but man, this guy is a genius, and that's what he does. He just does this kind of thing.
Run for
the cube.
Run for the cube. Let's see here.
And what you're going to be looking for here is the Jelly Belly Pet Rat Gummy Candy.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's no way I can listen to him.
Just listen to how he says it.
I can't do it. No. I can't do his voice. It's
weird.
Oh my God, I can't. If he would just talk normally, saying the word, no. That's terrible.
He says, because today we have the G-Lie, B-Lie, P-Rat, Gumai, Kandai. Like, what the fuck, dude? 19 million views. Like,
oh my God. No, I can't do it. I'll give him a shot, though, a little bit later. Maybe I'll,
They're all like that.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. It's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody.
No.
But he does he'll do the entirety of Bohemian Rhapsody that way.
Ooh.
It is fucking weird.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. I have them that I'm following them. We'll see. It might be a very quick unfollow though.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
All right, number 74.
No,
sorry,
73.
73.
All right. It's better to be a morning person than a night person. We can't really answer this because we're night shift guys, so
we're both.
Our night is our morning and our morning is our night. And sometimes
our
morning is our morning.
When I'm off work, I was up at 5:30 today.
I was up at 4:45. I was up.
Yeah, I mean, I like the morning time.
I've always been back when it was quote unquote the normal sleeping period, when you had a 9 to 5 job. I'd like to say I was okay, but is it better to be? Okay. I mean, I was a morning person. I felt like I was less crabby in the morning than I was at night. But I enjoyed the night more than the morning.
That
makes sense.
It does make sense.
Okay.
But this topic, it hinges entirely on whether or not you have shit to do.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, obviously, I've lived all three sides of this. I've lived implicitly mornings, and I've lived implicitly nights.
Yeah.
When you're on just nights, it is extremely difficult to do anything. You run out of people to talk to. You run out of places to go. You know what I mean? Walmart no longer is open 24 hours.
Right.
So now it's just you, yourself, and you.
Yeah.
So you either become a gamer or you're scrolling TikTok.
Yeah. Or you're
watching movies.
Yep.
You know, so in this case, yeah, pre-COVID, I would agree the other way. Post-COVID, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's better to be a morning person.
Yeah, I would have to say it is. Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, I think you're right. It is better to be a morning person than a night person. Me, I prefer to be a night person. Like I said, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm even when we're off, I feel more productive at night. That's when I have most of my energy. We're like I said this morning, I was up at 4:45. I just sat here. But like I said, when it's come time to do stuff, then of course you got to go out during the day. Like today, I'm gonna have to go buy. I gotta go to the one place and get flea medicine for the dogs because it's that time of the year when the fleas are gonna start popping up. You know, more so than usual. So I got to go out and do that. So of course, I got to do that in the morning / early afternoon. If it were up to me, I would rather go at night. Like even doing Walmart. Like even before it was open 24/7. Like I always preferred to go to Walmart in the evening for some reason. I didn't like going during the day, even though it feels like
loved going at like 3 a.m.
Oh, that was nice though. That was because I would go. Like I said, this was back pre-Danone, pre-COVID. Yeah, it would be like midnight, 1 o'clock. I would like to go out there because it was dead. Yeah. Or if it was one of those mornings that I was wide awake, I would go like at 5 a.m, 6 a.m, something like that.
Yeah, those are all right times, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm definitely more of a night guy. I've always been more of a night.
Weird.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you. Let me ask you if you experience this the same way that I do, because I said something to my wife about it the other day, and she agreed, but I don't know if she fully gets the gist of it. We were coming back from Pittsburgh, and we had driven into Du Bois, like from Punxsutawney, and just the way that like your trip home feels after you've been out of town, you come back to town, even if it's like really late at night, like it's because I said, like I looked around and everything just has this certain feel to it only when you're coming back from a place.
Oh, absolutely.
Regardless of the fact that I'm like, I drive these streets daily at this time. Like this is my lunch hour. And I often go to Sheetz, and I'll often be in this exact spot.
Yep.
And it doesn't feel the same as it does right now after we've come back from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Why is that? What is that?
I have no idea. But yeah, anytime we would go to, well, like you said, anytime we'd have to do like doctor's appointments in Pittsburgh or sporting events or, coming back from a day trip somewhere. Yeah, that trip home just feels different. Like even, and especially, of course, when you're coming home from vacation. When you're leaving out of town going to, like when we would go to Ocean City. Leaving town had a feeling. Coming back had a completely different feeling. Of course, it was like coming back always, it was like that little bit of depression. especially like with vacation, because you're coming back from vacation. It's like, oh, vacation's over, and now I'm going to have to go back to work. So it was like a depression kind of thing. But I do agree, like how you said, coming back from a sporting event or just out of town in general. Yeah, even though we've done the same road, coming back from any trip that we ever do, coming down Turnpike, going past the hospital, just feels different.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. It's fun because it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, this is normal for me to be awake, but it feels late. Like,
yeah.
Yep. Why? What the fuck is that? Like, how does it? Like, I wasn't on a different schedule. I was in the middle of our weekend, so like I worked Friday night. I slept till my normal time. I left town at the time that I would normally leave work.
Yeah.
Or leave for work, and I got home in the middle of my shift hours, and I was like, why does it feel late? Like, it was late, but it felt weird. Like, I don't know.
No, I 100% agree with you, and I always thought I was the only one that thought that. Yeah,
it's just odd.
Like I said, it doesn't matter. Like how you said, it doesn't matter if it's 1 a.m, 5 p.m, no matter what time, it just has a different, like Turnpike Avenue. Back in my other job, I would do Turnpike Avenue 4 or 5 times a day. Like you probably were the same way with Domino's. You go the same street all the damn time, all the time. But when you've done something, when you've had to go out of town, coming back, it's just like, man, like, this is a weird road, weird time. It's like, well, no, this is the same fucking thing that I've done. Yeah, and like even like the route, it's called 322. From Clearfield to you do 322 from Clearfield all the way down to Harrisburg. And then you come back and it's just like, ooh, like, has this always been here? It's like, well, yeah, it has been.
Well, it's like,
it's just like weird.
It's equal feeling too. Like when we get off work at 6:30 in the morning, we drive home. It just feels so normal.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you go home, sleep a day, wake up on Saturday morning on the middle of our weekend off, and go out at 5:30 in the morning, it's like, whoa, this is weird. Like, I don't ever see town at this hour, but we fucking do. Like, my last break is at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, I go out all the time at 5 o'clock in the morning. It just doesn't feel that different to me.
Exactly. Well, like, okay, because when we even say, this is kind of like along these lines, at work, 9 o'clock, when like all those nights I say how hungry I am. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go to Sheetz and get something to eat. But yet when we're home and it's like 8:30, like it's a night off, and then Izzy will be like, I want Sheetz. I'm like, are you kidding? It's 8:30 at night. It's like, well, how's that any different? It's like, I look at the time and, like even like my phone would ring sometimes. Like even like when my buddy would call at like 8 o'clock, I'm like, who the hell's calling me at 8 o'clock at night? And it's like, but we would just still be kind of getting somewhat warmed up at work, but when on your night off, it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, I got to go out at 10 o'clock to get something. It's like I would just be doing my first break at this time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it has to just a lot to do with like the scenery, your change of scenery changes your home scenery, I guess is what I guess. It's what's weird to me is that like 2 hours prior to my arrival here, I was staring at giant skyscrapers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I come home and I'm like, ooh, this is small town weirdness. Like there's some fog around. Like,
it's like you're surrounded by city folk, and then you come home to slack-jawed yokels, and it's just like, oh my God, like I'm like in a different universe right now.
But it didn't feel the same whenever I was out during the day. When we went to the 1 o'clock game and came home it didn't feel that way.
Right. Okay.
At that point, it just felt normal to me.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like I was out running a long errand. Like,
right. Now, okay, so let me ask you if you went through this, because of course you did deliveries when you worked at Domino's, and of course my old job, I did deliveries all the time. So when I was at work, I hardly ever had to use my GPS. Most of the time it's like, oh, you got a delivery on Market Street. Boom. Okay, whatever. Boom. Montgomery Run Road. Okay, bam, bam, boom, whatever. During work, I knew where everything was. But then when I came home, and then Autumn would be like, oh, hey, so-and-so lives on this road. Do you know where that is? I'm like, no. I'm like, I got to look it up. Then sometimes I would be like, well, hold on. Let me get in SMP mode or clear care mode. My other job. I'm like, let me see if I can process where this road is. Like, it was so weird. Did you have that, or could you figure? But you were a lot younger, young mind and everything.
Well, I delivered so much residentially that I experienced something almost completely opposite. People would be like, "Oh, do you know where this is?" They'd be like, "Yeah, you just turn on to Weber and you go down this." And I know, and they'd be like, "Where's Weber?" Like, how the fuck do you not know where South is? Like, and it was so commonplace for me that I just knew where everything was. And here's another thing, and maybe you experienced this. It might be a little bit different, but when you do deliveries like that, and I know Ryan used to do deliveries, so he might be able to relate. But like, when you do deliveries, the town becomes so small.
Oh, yeah.
So small. Like, everything feels so right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like, it was nothing for me to go to Falls Creek and then drive to Treasure Lake in one delivery.
Yeah.
But now, if I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to Falls Creek? Like, fuck. It feels like a long time.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I don't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, there were times in my job that I would get into work, and at first I would have to go to Du Bois, then come back to Clearfield, then go to Phillipsburg, then come back, then go down to Glen Hope, which is down in the southern tip of Clearfield County, and then back up. Like, it would be nothing for me to put 150 miles on our van in one day, in an 8-hour span. It's like I drove that many in a 1 hour or in a 1 day work shift. But like now it'd be like, I gotta go to Grampian? Like, like this fucking blows. Like, it's gonna take forever.
Crazy. And then I would leave Domino's and be like, oh, it's only 4 miles from here to the front gate. That ain't shit.
Yeah.
And like, I thought it was a long time, but I guess it just, I don't know. Everything felt so small, but now it doesn't. Like, I'll even get on DoorDash and do that, and I'll be like, ugh, Falls Creek, fuck. Yeah.
Yep. That makes me feel a lot better, because, like I said, I hope some of my SMP folks are listening to this, but that's what me and John would always talk about. Because it'd be like, when I get home, I don't know where anything's at. Like I said, I remember Izzy had a friend, and I'm like, well, where's your friend live? Oh, this street. I'm like, okay, hold on, let me figure. But like, if I was at work and I got a delivery slip and it said, go to East 7th Street off Bigler Avenue. All right, that's easy. I know exactly where that is. But when I'm at home, like, my brain just shut down. And I didn't know where anything was.
I can't say I experienced that, but I can speak from like, well, maybe not. I guess my dad pretty much retained a lot of information, but my dad was a professional truck driver for, let's call it 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knows everything.
Right.
He's a human GPS. You know what I mean? He didn't even have to look, and he's like, yeah, just go this way and this way to get to Pittsburgh the fastest way. Like, go down to here and get onto this. And if you were to tell me, hey, take 78, good luck. I have no fucking clue how to get there. Not a single bit. And I just don't know. And we're going in even last week, and I know Amanda will be listening to this, but when we were headed to Pittsburgh, she's like, oh, go this way and go up this way. And like, dude, I don't know. I can't retain that kind of information. I have no idea. I know Route 255. That's on Du Bois. That's the beeline. That's what I know.
Yep. I used to be pretty good with route numbers, but now I'm kind of, I've lost that part of my brain.
Yeah, and I know that, like, I know you take 80 to 79. That's all I know.
Yep.
And that gets you to Pittsburgh. Is that the fastest way? No, probably not.
No, because it's like, well, no, you want to do 80 to 28, 28 to then you could hit 376, and then they start throwing other numbers at you. I just always know that when we go to Pittsburgh, we do 28, but it's very twisty and turny. Usually Autumn gets car sick at some point. But now when we've done Top Golf, we do 80 then 79.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
So that brings us back to last week's topic, because Ryan messaged me today. First things first, there is 100% a difference between the fastest way and the shortest way. And I said, explain yourself. 299-5155. Because I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't. How is that even possible?
Yeah, because in my head, when you say the fastest way, that's the shortest way.
Yeah, there should be. How is there a difference between that?
It's like, okay, but I guess I could say, okay, because they could say, okay, shortest as in distance. Like, okay, this way, the shortest way, you'll save 20 miles, but you're not going to get there as fast. You're going to have to deal with other shit. So are they saying shortest way as in just mileage? Like fastest is time, shortest is distance. So that way would be different. Right? I'm
not
thinking out loud.
The speed limit is different.
But no matter where you go, more than likely every speed limit's going to be different. Well, no, I don't know.
I just think that's crazy. Like, is it faster to get to your house to go the interstate than it is to take Rockton?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, it depends on where you start. I guess if you say the same starting point,
they work.
I would say from work. That's a great question. I feel
because here. Let me put it.
Let me think about this.
I know you don't know where I live in the lake, but I do not live that far from the front gate. Okay.
Okay.
And as familiar as you may be or may not be with Treasure Lake, it's literally like it takes me 7 minutes from my driveway to work with little to no traffic. All right.
Okay.
That's it. So that means that it takes me 3 minutes to get from my house to the interstate ramp to go to Clearfield.
Okay.
All right. So from work, it would take 4 minutes to get to that ramp. So I would assume the same for you. So 4 minutes to that ramp, and then from that ramp to the Penfield exit, right? Which would take you to that. Is it the Penfield exit? Whatever exit takes you to that first Clearfield exit.
Yeah.
The one
that would be
that's the exit
no,
you
I'm
need to
sorry.
go to.
Yeah. Yeah, it would
exit
be
111, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 11 miles, yeah? Closer?
Yeah.
So if you went that way, would it take you home faster than Rockton? Because it's 70 miles an hour as opposed to 55, pretty much the whole way.
So if I just typed in my address to Danone, and the way that I go is considered the fastest. It's 17 miles and it's 21 minutes. So, but then another way to go, so doing the I-80 route is 24 minutes and it's 21 miles.
Okay.
And then, so it would be, so that doesn't really help things out because mine, doing Rockton would be the shortest and the fastest because it even right here says fastest route. And that's what Google Maps tells me. And then there's another one.
And that's exactly where the argument came into play because my dad was looking right at Google Maps and he said, "Oh, it's trying to take you the fastest way. This is the shortest way." And I'm like, "What?"
Because it's got 3 different ways that I can go. And the way that I go says the fastest. And then there's the other way that when you get into Luther's, you actually, when you get into Rockton, like I bear right. And then this way is saying, like, if you go straight, like you want to go into Luthersburg, that way it just says fewer turns. But it's fewer turns, but it's 3 miles further and 3 minutes longer.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking is when people differentiate fastest and shortest. Is they're saying fastest as in you're going to get there faster, but it might be longer mileage. I don't know. It's a great question. It's kind of, and everyone's got their own terminology when it comes to, you know, destinations.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. But I do want to hear, I'd like to hear other people's thoughts on this. Because maybe, like I said, maybe when we talk and we just hear somebody else's theory, then it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's knock these last two out, I guess. They're kind of dumb, but we can do it. Because we're already, and you were correct, 100%. We made it with less than 10 topics. We made a 2-hour episode.
Good Lord, I'm telling you. So that's good. I'm very excited for our next show.
Yeah,
Not that I shouldn't be talking about the next show when we're still not even done with this one, but I'm glad we're going to focus next week on. We're going to focus on that. Yeah.
All right. Number 74. There should be a special font to use for sarcasm when you're writing. Sure, I feel like there should be more tonal aspects to the way you text.
Yes, because I feel like sometimes when I text, I think you know when I'm being a smartass, but some people might not know. I know when we first started talking to each other and we would text, I don't think you knew when I was serious or not. And I think now you know majority of the time I'm not serious.
Hard to say. I mean, yeah, possible.
Yeah.
I've always been pretty good read on people, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of times where I think that you're annoyed and you're not, so.
That's true. Yeah.
It happens a lot.
It does happen a lot.
I don't say anything that often, but there are many times where I'm like, is he? Because even the other day, Nate looked at me and he's like, what's his problem? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if he has a problem or not.
No, he never has a problem. You guys need to fucking not worry about me. Because if you keep asking me if there's something wrong, then I'm going to get fucking pissed, and then there'll be something wrong.
That's why I always just look at you and I just go with, are you good?
Yeah. Don't even ask me that, because then I'll start getting pissed.
I don't know, man. I just want to make sure.
Oh, I used to get so mad. I made one girl at work cry, Gail. I felt so bad, because I was just quiet, and then she just kept, every 5 minutes, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yes. She's like, are you sure you're okay? I'm like, yes. And it was just like it was almost not even every 5 minutes. It felt like it was like every minute and a half. And she's like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, if you keep fucking asking me, then I'm not going to be okay. And then she started to cry and I felt terrible. So
I mean, I always just go with like, you know, just one time.
Yeah. And don't even do that. Because if there's
sometimes I can't help it.
Yeah. But don't do it. Don't worry about me. You and Nate just worry about you two. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm just fine. Like I said, I
wasn't even thinking about it, and he asked me.
Yeah. Well, Nate, you need to not worry about me. I'll tell him. I'll tell him tomorrow. Don't worry about me.
I don't know. He looked right at me. He was like, what's his problem? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with him.
Yeah. I was say, what the hell did I do or didn't do?
And now that you mention it, maybe there is a problem with it. I don't fucking know. I wasn't really paying much attention to it.
I swear to God, just sometimes my brain just shuts down and then I just don't talk. I don't look. I'm just there.
Well, you were standing there when I was standing at the thing. I don't know if you heard it or not, but Nate looked at me. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. He goes, you look fucked off. I'm like, no, I'm fine.
I think Nate's just getting back into our faces, apparently. Maybe that's what it is. He doesn't.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Getting back in the swing of things. But yeah, no, I never. Like I said, usually when there's something wrong, people will know. But even when I do, you know, throw a fit, it's so immediate and then it's done. You know, I'm not into that. You know, being purposely crabby and looking for attention and shit. You know, like not that I don't think anybody on our shift does that, but I used to have to deal with people that did that. You know, they just wanted to cause a scene, you know, and they wanted to purposely do shit just to have people feel bad for them and stuff like. And it's like,
Sure.
get over yourself.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah, but no,
Very
like
rarely am I like angry.
No, I'm never. It's not worth it to be angry over anything. So, no, you never have to worry about me. Like I said, I can count on one hand how many times I've been like furious about shit at work, and it's been for a long time. No, I'm always good. Never worry about me. Don't worry about my fawn. I don't.
Like I said, it wasn't that I was worried. I was just like,
yeah.
There are moments where I just, I like to just check in mentally, especially if we haven't talked in if it's been a few hours since you and I have had a conversation. I'm like, I wonder if I said something.
Yeah. Nope.
I just go with the classic. Are you good?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Move on then.
Yep. You don't even have to do that. Just give me a thumbs up, and I'll give you a thumbs up. And if I'm not, I'll give you a thumbs down. And but yeah, I honestly can't remember the last time I was like
legitimately fucked up,
like legit pissed at work. For something other than the line always going down for something, and then I slammed the door and.
Well, that's different.
that night when Chris was like, "You need to go take a walk," and I'm like, "No." He's like, "Well, I don't want a flip situation with you. I don't want you getting fired because you slammed the door and the door broke." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good thought." I'm like, I guess I better watch what I do then. But it just feels so good.
Probably the same week he fucking punched the door because of the HMI switching button.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, exactly. It was. Yeah, it wasn't all that long after that. But like I said, sometimes it just feels good to slam the door. But I do get it though, because if you do break something, that's not going to be fun to explain. But,
right.
But back to fonts. Yes, I also agree there should be a separate font for sarcasm because, and I'm not an emoji guy either, because sometimes when you do the sarcasm, you gotta do the emoji face, like the laughy face or the eye roll face. I don't like doing emojis. That makes me feel like a teenage girl, and I know it shouldn't, but it does.
Well, those lovely things that you told me about the other day? That you're like, hey, do you know you could do this with...
Yeah.
So you could do... Here, open up your phone because I'm going to text you.
Okay.
So you can do this. You can hold the button and you could say, this is gentle.
Okay. Oh. Oh, look how that small that was and then it got bigger.
Yeah. Or you can say you do this.
Oh, it even says replay. I can replay it. Aw. Wow. Oh, that's very aggressive. Wow. I just loved how that thing did the when I typed in pew 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 and then it did little lasers.
Oh yeah. Or you can do this one.
Oh. That's just so wild. Let's see.
Or you can do this one. Have you ever seen this one?
Oops. Oh, uh-oh. Ew, what is that? It was all scrambly.
Yeah, then just rub your finger over it.
Ooh. Oh. That's cool. Ew, look how that's all fuzzy. Ah! All I scraped was the one, and it doesn't do it all at one time. Because I just did the last word and it just said penis. Oh, they all say penis.
Yeah, you can just do, at occasion.
Oh, what one was that? Was that Invisible Ink?
Invisible Ink, yeah.
Oh. So this is for people that are wondering, is this something new that the iPhone does?
No, it's been around for a while.
Has it really? How am I just now learning this? But to people that might not know, and they probably are like, well, Jesus Christ, how do you not know that? If you hold the send button, then you can do all sorts of stuff. Oh, there's a spotlight. What's the spotlight do? Okay. Oh, with the balloons, that's nice. I like confetti. I'm gonna send you confetti.
Now you can do that one on its own accord.
Uh-huh.
You can just send congratulations.
Yeah.
Just send the word congratulations and it'll do it itself.
Oh. Check that out. I think I do remember doing that with my niece when she got engaged. I think I sent congratulations and then it did that. And I was like, oh, that's like the coolest thing ever.
It might do it with happy birthday, too.
It does. Yeah, there are balloons. That invisible ink is so weird because I can just see that shit just up there, just bubbling, it looks like. Penis. The things we learn. But yeah, the phones are just crazy anymore. Just the features that it has.
Those types of things help, with tone, I guess.
Yeah.
Emojis are a big part of tone.
Yeah.
But then there are people that don't use emojis,
Yeah, me included. Like I'm trying to get into the emoji game. Like I said, for as strong as my GIF game is, it's very equally as weak as my emoji game is.
Though, sometimes it's just not.
Yeah.
Emojis are new age.
Yeah, and I'm old school, I guess, but still, I got to get with the times. I got to be fresh and hip and popping. Popping hips. Pretty soon I'll be popping hips. All right. This is the last one. So the morals of fairy tales are no longer appropriate in today's world. I would kind of no longer appropriate. I know some of them are just just don't make sense anymore.
I mean, that's pretty much. I agree with that.
The whole Jack and Jill. Like, who in the hell would go up to fetch a pail of water in this day and age, unless you're Amish? I don't even know if Amish people fetch a pail of water. I would assume they do.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I would say. When you say appropriate too, like, are they saying like? I don't know what they're saying, but I would agree. Overall, I agree. I think if you read a lot of fairy tales, they probably just don't. They're not relatable to today's world. I guess if you try even like the moral. I mean, like, is Goldilocks and the Three Bears considered a fairy tale? That's considered a fairy tale.
No, I disregard that. That story's retarded.
Well, it is really retarded. I'm trying to think of other fairy tales. Like, what do they consider? What about Red Riding Hood? Is that a fairy tale, or that's another stupid story? But like, is that classified a fairy tale?
I guess. I don't know. So this is a dumb one.
It is dumb, but I'm trying to work with it here a little.
I don't know.
We are 2 hours.
About the Three Bears.
Yeah. I mean, we're over 2 hours, and we really don't need to elaborate too much on it.
I can't stop thinking about fucking Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
I mean, that was so dumb. It really is.
Who makes a meal and leaves?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if
make a meal and serve it.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, all right, we gotta go. Like, where the fuck did they go?
Yeah. Yeah, especially, like, I understand even if you make it and the Papa Bear was too hot, right?
Yeah, and Mama Bear's was too cold.
Yeah, and then the baby's was just right. So basically, by getting up and leaving, you're gonna fuck up 2 of the 3 bowls of porridge. I can understand if it's hot, but you still don't lay it out and leave it on the damn table and then go for a walk.
Mama Bear clearly served herself first.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Baby Bear's got served second. Papa Bear's got served last. Yeah. Papa Bear sat down and was like, too hot, let's go.
Yeah. And then, then everyone else is totally screwed with their porridge. Because then it's like, well, okay, so Mama Bear's is going to be even more colder. Baby Bear's is going to be cold. And his would be just right. And what's so important to go for a walk? Yeah. But it even doesn't matter how long, it's still going for a walk is just the dumbest thing.
It's enough time for what a story. And a little girl comes in and just like, oh, food, and then sleeps in their bed.
Yeah.
And the bears come back, they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Goldilocks deserves to be mauled. I'm assuming she gets mauled at the end. Or does she run? I don't know how it actually ends. But if she gets mauled to death, I'm totally fine with it. It's totally justified. Your bitch don't just break into people's houses and eat their food. And what else did she do? What was it? The food, the bed? Was there a third thing that she tried?
I don't think so. I think she just.
It was just the food in the bed. Okay, I couldn't remember if there was a third thing that she did. Probably took a. Yeah, I just gonna say that she probably freaking wrecked the bathroom, blew her ass out all over the bathroom wall. Eating porridge. I'm sure that wrecks your digestive system.
The baby bear's toilet was just right.
It's like, oh, that's a perfect toilet to take a nasty deuce in.
Brother Bear is neck deep in Snizz somewhere.
I asked Autumn this morning if she remembers the American Dad where he talks about the Snizz, and she's like, oh yeah, because I said about how none of you guys understood what I said when I said Snizz. And she knew exactly what I meant. This is why we are soulmates, me and Autumn. Because we still recite The Office, and we recite Seinfeld, and we recite, because we were saying something, and I was being a smartass. And then she goes, we always go to this Office quote. And she looks at me, she's like, screw you, beet farmer. But yeah, that just killed me that none of you guys knew. Which, I mean, like I said, of course it was very much a lie, because I've never been, anywhere rolling in Snizz. But
honestly, I'll be perfectly honest. I just said that so we can name the episode that, and it made sense. I don't know what the fuck we're calling this episode.
We could just call it, I don't know what the hell we would have called it. Because what the hell did we, I
was gonna call it the new Yower Ram.
No, we need to stop doing episodes based on my horrible, grammar. I don't even want to say it's bad grammar, it's just my freaking thumbs aren't working like they should. The New York Ramgers.
Yeah, that was the contender.
Yeah,
but I just kept saying that it was gonna be neck deep in Snizz.
Yeah, neck deep in Snizz. So, do we want to tell people? It's the end of the episode. We're gonna let that lay. So we're letting neck deep in Snizz lay. We're letting Spuds McGamble lay.
Yep.
We're letting Spirit of the Woodpecker lay. I feel like there's a fourth thing. Isn't there a fourth thing? Bingo McDonald. Yep. Boy, we're letting a lot of things lay. If you guys want to know what they mean, you got to ask. If nobody asks, we're not telling you. We're just not going to tell.
That's right.
There are those few that do know. Of course, there's four people that know the Snizz comment. There's about 3 or 4 that know about Bingo McDonald. About the same with all of them. About 3 or 4 people know about each of those.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a very select few. I do want to just give a shout out again to Krista. She caught the episode of us talking about Curve Cologne, and I don't know if she still works at Ross part-time or not, but she messaged me at 6:42 this morning, and she said, Ross sells Curve Cologne. She says it's always there. And then I said, I'm like, I just want to go and give a sniff. That's all I want. I just want to sniff it, because I can't really remember the smell. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then she said you can't sniff it. We keep it locked up. She said, however, you might be able to sniff it at Walmart. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I'm
gonna go to Walmart today. I may sniff some.
Yeah, just give a sniff. Now Jeremy's wife, I guess, still works at Ross, and she said tell Jeremy to wear it, and then I can sniff Jeremy, because Jeremy's wife Elisa, she said Elisa can get it for a discount at Ross. So tomorrow I need to ask Jeremy for his wife to buy some Curve so that he can give himself a squirt and I can sniff him. I think he would be down with a squirt and sniff. That could be the name of the episode. Is he down for a squirt and sniff? No.
Oh man, maybe I'll just call it squirt and sniff.
But I think Jeremy would be down. But I got to remember to ask him, and because Krista wants she wants to know what his answer would be.
Oh man.
On that note,
I hope y'all enjoyed our brand new theme song that was there at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, we went into the garage and did that all ourselves.
Yeah, that's Mitch singing.
Yep, that was you on the guitar.
To life's absurdities, breaking them down, Mitch and DJ on the mic, spitting truth for free. Spuds McGamble and the woodpecker set us free. We got that pop punk sound with a twist of joy.
I mean, that's.
Just remember, folks, the woodpecker spirit keeps you rocking and agile. All right.
Yes. If I've never been called anything in my life, it's been agile. I guess it's not really. I don't have to be rocking and agile, I guess.
But your spirit.
My spirit keeps people rocking and agile.
That's right. That's the way to be. I guess that's going to do it for this episode of Ineffably Sublime. Join us next week as we dive deep into another absurdity.
It'll be rousing.
It will be rousing.
Yes, I guarantee you it'll be rousing.
With less than 10 debate topics, we managed to squeeze out over 2 hours of content.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
And totally normal for us.
That's right.
Yep.
Every episode is a tangent. All right, folks. See ya.
What?